Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jeff, and I'm doing my day trading recap for Tuesday, October 1st. So I traded Apple and IBKR at the open. I got in Apple way too early, and it ended up costing me. So I'll show you what I saw here. So Apple pretty much at pre-market was consolidating. I really like the daily. I felt like it can break this high here of 226.50 area, which it did actually today. So I knew that this could be strong based on that daily chart for a breakout. As you can see, in that first minute, produced this super bullish hammer. It was above all the moving average on every single time frame. As you can see, right when it cracked that 50 moving average on the one, I immediately took it long. Um, and because I got in early, it ended up just becoming a scalp play. So, small winner here, but I missed that bigger move. And if I had just been patient, just waited for the first 5 minutes, I would have got a massive move, and my entry wouldn't have been any better. So, lessons learned there. As you can see, look at that beautiful opening range above all the moving averages. Could have taken an entry somewhere around here with your stop below that candle, and then look at this huge, massive move. So, that trade ended up costing me, even though I made a little bit on that, but that's why I shouldn't be trading in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, so let's move on to the next trade. Next trade is IBKR, and this one I stuck to my rules. See, and I got the massive move. So as you can see, IBKR, I actually really like IBKR versus all the other brokers, mainly because I was looking at the daily and I felt like this one wasn't too extended compared to all the other ones. So what I saw during pre-market was that this thing was just basically consolidating. It was still down, it gapped down, but it wasn't overextended. So it was just trading in this range here. So this was the pre-market low. So it was just pretty much chopping here. And my analysis is if this can crack this, this is going to leak all the way to the 20 moving average on the daily. So I'll show you what I saw on the daily. So at the time, it was just chopping in this range during pre-market. With this pre-market low, if it cracks that, it could get to this 20 moving average. If it cracks that 20 moving average, you should see a panic sell and we can possibly get to the 50 moving average. Also, 3 days ago low is right around 49.40. So that's a huge mover if it can crack that pre-market low, crack the 20 moving average. So that's my thought process behind that. So I really like this one versus all the other ones. So I was watching this and it did what I expected it to do. So, which is nice when that works out, right? So, a beautiful opening range breakdown. So it came here. Once it started coming down, getting down to the pre-market lows, which is right here, I immediately took it short because volume started to come in. Look at this volume on the 1 minute. So this is I got in right around the close of that candle. Look at this volume, huge volume on the selling side. So I took it short. I had a fairly tight stop. So right when it broke that pre-market, I was in at 51.10. So right when it broke that pre-market low, I got in a little bit earlier than that. It's immediately started selling off. And as you can see here, let me show you. Once it started selling off in my favor, immediately started taking partials out. So partial there, partial here. And it took a lot of my shares once I got a whole dollar move on that thing. So around the 50 area. So you can see once it sold off, it cracked that 50 moving average. You got a whole bunch of panic selling, and it's crazy because, like I said, that 3 days low was at 49.40. Look where it came and touched 49.40. So I took majority off my shares there. I really wanted to see if we could get to that 50 moving average. Now it's getting there. So it's at the 50 moving average now, but I really wanted to see at the time, as you can see. So I left some shares to kind of see if we can retest that 49.40 level and possibly get to that 50 moving average. It took some time, but I only had a little bit of shares left. So, it bounced off that 49.40 area on pretty decent volume. Also on that 5 minute, you can see here, it produced that hammer. So I didn't like that, the price action there. I felt like this could possibly get back to VWAP. So I just got all out right there. And I already made my goal on the day for this trade, more than my goal for this trade. So I didn't really want to sit around and mess around and hang out here because this thing was just basically chopping around, moving sideways, and then eventually now it's breaking. So, but yeah, so That is my trade on the day. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it at the bottom and I will get to you as soon as I can. Other than that, I hope everyone has a beautiful day and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone.